So what are we doing today? Well, you'll see here I have this 530 parts car hooked up on the trailer. I got the Escalade, which is absolutely just slammed, and then in the trunk I got my E12 wheels. So a lot's going on here. But what's happening is I met a guy who wants this black interior for his E34, and he was supposed to come pick it up, and he's from Indiana, but he actually sent me a couple days ago a picture of a car in a junkyard by him, and I said there's no way that car belongs in that junkyard. I need it. Talk to the owner, see what we can work out. So I'm going to pick it up, and I have 4 wheels there because the car doesn't have any wheels on it for some reason. Wait till you guys see it. It's nuts. I don't know how it ended up there. I don't know how it's still complete, but I'm gonna go grab that. So the junkyard is literally down the street from his house, so I'm just gonna bring him the 530, and then I'm gonna load the other car on there. So we made it to Indianapolis. That's it up in front of us, kind of a smaller city. So then we're dropping off this E34 here, end of the road for that car, and then we gotta drive about 40 more minutes past to go pick up the new one. It's right on the frame rails. Hey, you too. Thank you guys. So we got the new E12 on the trailer. You saw that process. That was very scary. The brakes are all seized up. So I guess I'll tell you guys the story when I get home. But for now, look at this bad boy. 1979 528i. So a year later than my 530. Absolute gem of something to find in a freaking junkyard with no wheels. 4-speed manual. This thing is freaking sweet. What you gotta say?
Oh man, just a shit show. Kind of.
So the E12 is all strapped up. We're in I don't know, we're at the Towns at Avalon North. Very nice. Just 8. We're like 3 hours from home still. So this is a 1979 528i, I think I already mentioned. This is the worst of it right here. The trunk was obviously hit, but let's see what the trunk looks like. Oh my God, that's pretty gross. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and close that. But nope. All right, after how many attempts that was, I got the trunk closed. But so this car, I'll put up a picture. Someone that bought parts off me sent me this because he knew I had one of these, and I was amazed. No wheels, just chilling. And I saw the pictures, I was like, dude, that thing looks like clean. I mean, obviously right here it was butted up against like bushes, but that'll power wash off really nicely. And I'm hoping this will power wash off. But the car's a little rusty, it's rough. But I mean, if you know E12s, you know that these cars, I mean, virtually don't exist anymore because how old they are. I mean, they rotted out years ago. I mean, and the condition that this is in, I mean, the paint's all here. I mean, you got some rust. This is probably the worst of it. The underside's a little rusty, but this car is not bad at all. And you come in the interior, it's a little ratty. The seats, I guess, are cloth, unless those are seat covers, which is kind of weird. I'm thinking these are seat covers because there's no headrests, which leads me to believe that they couldn't put them in through the covers, but I don't know. 4-speed, I mean, it's literally identical to mine. 108,000 miles, which is low. But I mean, in general, this is a really sweet find, and I'm gonna try to save it. It might be more than I want to do, and I might regret it, but I think it deserves it. So I'm going to try. Worst case, it can't be saved and I can sell parts off it, and you know, I can make my money back easy. But yeah, so I'll try to get this thing home and off the trailer. The brakes are seized, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not very excited, but yeah. She made it home. We now have 2 E12s, which is a very crazy thing. It's really cool to see 2 of these cars together because you don't even see one of them, let alone 2. The brakes are so seized, we had to pull that off the trailer with the truck. And I got the hill, so luckily we were able to roll it in, but it's here. So I learned a few things about this car. So I looked at the engine bay when I got it home last night, and I noticed there's no radiator and there's no alternator, and obviously no battery. Those appear to me to be the only things missing from this car, from this engine bay, which is good, because I mean I could start it without either of those, and I just want to see if it runs. Now what I'm gonna do, and it might be kind of a hopeful thought, I'm gonna try to hook up a jump pack to it, to just the battery cables, and see if I can get it to start. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt there's any gas in it. I highly doubt that anything works. I don't know how long it's been sitting. They're very durable, but like, whatever. I mean, if it went into the junkyard running, then I don't see why it wouldn't run throwing a battery in it. So I'm gonna grab the jump box here, and yeah, let's see. I'm doubtful, but it would be very cool. No. Oh, it does. It does have power. Okay. That's weird. I mean, actually, I guess there's nothing that would really indicate power on this car. There's no like lights or anything. But yeah, it just cranked. Let's try to crank it. Let's see what happens here. This could be very interesting. Oh, there we go. All right, so first crank is a no-go. This appears to be a missing relay. So I think that would be a good place to start right here. Okay, so my car didn't have a relay in the exact same spot, but it has the same 5-prong relay. So I'm gonna pop this in and see if that will do anything for us. I doubt it, but I'm just hopeful right now. I'm just trying to see if I can take the easy way out of not having to do any work. The car has oil in it. I checked it last night. It's got all the ignition components, so I mean, theoretically, I don't know about gas because I don't think the gas gauge works. It does, and it looks like there's nothing. So maybe if I give it gas, it will start, but let's see with the relay. Well, I guess now is the old school test for spark, test for fuel, and go from there. You'll see that this bad boy is running. So I hooked the jump box up to the battery, and then I noticed underneath the car right there is a wire that's broken, and that wire goes all the way to the back here, all the way down to the fuel pump, which then, or actually that wire goes up into the trunk, which then comes right here and jumps into another wire, which goes down and connects into the fuel pump. So I followed that wire then to the engine bay, and I found that that wire is jumpered to the fuel pump relay and grounded here. So someone jumpered over the fuel pump wiring, because apparently the stock stuff wasn't working, and I found the brake. But before I rewire that, I just hardwired the fuel pump, and I got this freaking thing started just like that. It's literally been here for like, I've been out here for like 20 minutes. My mind is blown that I was able to just start this car. It's been sitting in a junkyard for I don't know how many years. This is insane. I could probably go drive this car right now, except for the fact there's no radiator, but a lot of smoke. But I mean, that's as expected. It's been sitting forever. If this doesn't make you feel some type of way, then I don't know what would. The E12, my E12 is finally back on the ground. The brakes work. This is the first time out of the garage in months. Then here's the new one. Look at these two side by side. This is just super cool to see. Like I said, you don't see one of these cars on the road anymore, let alone see two side by side. This is so, both of them are filthy. Mine hasn't been washed since it was put away 20 years ago, but this is dust. That's outside grime. One nice, one not so nice. Could be worse. You can see here the main damage on the trunk, and then the bumper is pushed in on this side, because I'm guessing this car was hit right here, hence this damage, and then hence why this shock is pushed in. Because, you know, these cars have the shocks, so it should be evenly that far out. You could see here how it should be, you know, level. Obviously the one side's pushed in. I should be able to hammer that out. So this is a 79, that's a 78. So this has the all the updated like electronics and stuff, whereas this is the older style. So engine wise, between these two cars, M30 B30 with the I think this is K Jetronic, which is the older style fuel system. It's got the stupid thermal reactors, which are junk. And let's come over here. M30 B28, no thermal reactors. I believe this is L Jetronic. So a lot of people actually take this fuel injection system and I mean, it's the ECU, it's everything. Take this stuff and throw them on these to update it. So I could do that, but now that I got this car started, I don't see any point in stripping it down. This interior is obviously raggedy, but you can see the door cards are the same color too, which is kind of crazy. So these are both the same interior color, I guess, which is why I think those seats look like these. But just here's a crack-free, clean dash. Come over here. Not so crack-free, not so clean. This actually has the later style like vent that pushes the air out, and this is the flat, which is a lot better. Back seat, like I said, I can't really compare with these seat covers, so I'm gonna try to get these off. But interior wise, these are pretty much the same. This thing has different like what do you call it, like cues at the bottom, like flasher, brake, general, beam. Mine doesn't have any of that. Mine has blinker, brake, battery light, and headlight light. You can see the wood trim on this car has seen better days, faded and lost the clear coat. Mine is still pretty much immaculate, which is insane. Headliners, so what's weird is this is like, I don't know the material of this one, but this one is suede, or like newer style headliner, which is kind of gross. I would have preferred what that one is, but whatever. No passenger side mirror. No passenger side mirror, in case any of you think that my car for some reason was missing it. It's not. Oh, and I almost forgot, the guy from the junkyard, I can't remember your name, but you subscribed to my channel. I told you that I would have this thing running by the weekend. I superseded that and got it running the next day. I hope you show your bosses. I want you guys to know I saved this thing, I got it started. So the journey continues. I'm stoked. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short but sweet video of me starting up this 1979 E12, adding another one to the collection. See you guys next time.